My mother and your mother were washing clothes. My mother gave your mother a piece of cloth. Which color was it? Red. R-E-D. So you are out of this game. Teacher, should I leave outside the class? No, nobody's going outside the class. We are all inside here. It was just something to refresh your minds. It's your teacher, Annunciator. Welcome to EasyElimu, Learning Simplified. Wow. Still on multiplication. Who can remind me, what did we say multiplication is? Yes, Johnny. Teacher, multiply is to increase. Very good. When you increase in number, that is to multiply. Then, who can show us the sign for multiplication? Draw in the air the sign for multiplication. Teacher, it looks like a pair of scissors. Very good. I like the way you relate things. X. That is the sign for multiplication. Now, do you remember what we did when we were doing multiplication with addition, with repeated addition? Yes, this is basically what we did. We are counting how many, you can count how many rows or how many columns. Depending on what you feel, it's okay. Let me use the columns and say, in column number 1, I have 2. Column number 2, I have another 2. Column number 3, I have another 2. Column number 4, I have another 2. And column number 5, I have another 2. So, if I was supposed to write this as a multiplication sentence, what am I supposed to write? If I was to write as a multiplication sentence, I am asking myself this question. How many times does this 2 appear? So I'm going to say the number is 2. And how many times does that 2 appear? How many times does the 2 appear? Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 2 appears how many times? 5 times. So if I was supposed to give the answer to this question, I will ask myself, what is the sum? The sum simply means I add the total number of these counters. So let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So what will be my answer? My answer will be 10. My answer will be 10. Wow, teacher, it's so simple. Nice. Yes, Janet, can you try doing the second one? Janet, try doing the second one. Let's see. How many counters do we have? I can decide to put myself to use the columns or I use the rows. We are talking about columns. The ones that are running from up going down, those are the columns. And the ones that are running across are what we call the rows. So we are saying, let's use the columns. And I have 1, 2. And these columns are, how many do I have in each column? 1, 2, 3, 4. So I have 4 in each column. And how many columns do I have? I have the first column and the second column, which is 4 plus 4. What if I'm supposed to represent this number using a multiplication sentence? I'm asking myself, how many times? How many times? So the number is, how many counters do I have in each column? 1, 2, 3, 4. So I have 4 counters in each column. And how many columns do I have? I have 1, 2. I have 2 columns. How many times? 4 counters, 2 times. So what is the sum? For me to get the answer, what is the sum? So I'm saying 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So the sum is 8. So what does it mean? My multiplication sentence says 4 multiplied by 2, you get 8. 4, that is the column, multiplied by 2, which is the row, you get 8. Wow. Now we have the last one, and this one I'm not going to do for you. I want someone to try this one out. Yes, Oscar, please, you have the pleasure to try that one out. So Oscar, are you going to use the columns or are you going to use the rows? Teacher, I'll use the columns. Very good. So how many columns do you have? Teacher, I have 2 counters. I have 2 counters. And how many columns do you have? I have column 1 and column 2. So I am adding the 2 counters with the 2 columns I have. Very good. Now what happens after that? After that, you're asking yourself, now that you have 2 columns and 2 counters, you're asking yourself how many times. So take the 2 counters, then how many times does it appear? How many times does it appear? We have 2. How many columns again? 2 columns. So how many times does it appear? What is the sum? So for us to get the answer, we are doing the sum, and that is 1, 2, 3, 4. And now our answer is 4. Yay! We did it. Now, let's see if people will be able to calculate the same thing. Now, this time round, I have not given here the pictures or the counters, but I have been given here the number of the repeated addition. And then we have the last column where you're supposed to indicate your multiplication sentence. Who can do that for us? That is the question, the first question. Then the second one is, I've been given the counters. I've been given the counters here like this, and I've been told now get the repeated addition, and here I have the multiplication sentence. Will you be able to do it? What if I have not been given the counters, I have been given the multiplication sentence, I've been given the multiplication sentence and the repeated addition? Will you be able to draw the counters? Let me do the first one for you. Then for part B and C, you're going to practice it on your own. So I've not been given the counters. I've been given the addition, repeated addition sentence, but not the multiplication sentence. So I'm coming here and asking myself, how many times does this appear? 2 appears how many times? 2 appears 3 times. So I have 1, 2. 1, 2, 1, 2. As simple as that. Now, I'm told now, get the multiplication sentence. I'm asking myself, the number of counters are 2. And how many times do they appear? First, second, and the third column. And so, what will be my sum? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The sum will be 6. So my answer is as simple as that. Okay, any question up to there? Now for question B and C, I want people to practice. And in case you have any problem, don't hesitate to ask me the question so that I'll be able to explain more on what you're supposed to do. Any problem there? Any question? I want to wish you well, and I hope I'll see you in the next lesson. Thank you.